ESL 1 Road to Rio. North taking on Godsent. We have some new hype music to get you in the mood.
It's a barren wasteland out here in Dust, but yeah, stay hydrated as we get into the action. Make sure you are ready and raring to go. North certainly are on the T side. It's a lot of utility on this pistol round, and a bit of a slow long take as well. GG bet odds favoring North, but only just. They know this one is just close.
Yeah, and early on, North going to set up outside of the long doors. They've got MSL dumping all of his utility in towards the B bomb site, and he did have AZ there as well. So there's enough flashes that have just gone into B to insinuate that there's a couple of players here, and that has kept this three-man stack over towards the B bomb site. However, over here at Car, Madden just taps down 3, and he has taken this pistol round in a storming fashion for the Godsent side. Whatever North had planned is out the window. And this fake, you know, while it did keep 3 players at B, it kind of doesn't matter if Madden just kills everyone on the other side of the map. So AZ and MSL left to try and fight their way back into this pistol round. AZ, we know this guy is a bit of a behemoth in pistol round. So let's see if he can turn up the heat.
He's found himself a USP, Harry, if there was any chance.
That's scary. You know, it's AZ in a 1-on-4 with a USP. However, this guy, his pistols are something else, so don't write him off just yet, especially not with some of the shots he's connected to kickstart this round. Thankfully, Madden is there to alleviate the pressure, answers the call with 4, and puts the pistol round on the board for Godsent.
North get all that utility for the pistol, and they don't even get really a chance to throw it, right? Like, completely blown out of the water on that long position by Madden, wanting to make maybe more of a contact play towards that A site. North went late towards long. They were hoping Godsent would, you know, send a player there early, peek the long corner as you do off of the timing, and then fall back. But, well, Madden, while he did fall back, he sat in the car, and he was ready to drive the knife into the face of North. It's going to be 4 Glocks up Cat, the fast play, looking for a bomb plant. Now, typically in these rounds, you can often overwhelm a site player, or at least force Godsent back into precarious positioning and usually get a plant. But right now, Godsent are keen to bring the fight to them, and they will make quick work of the Glocks. All about confidence here. And Godsent, they're full of it. 2-0 lead as North come in with guns.
AZ taking this long spawn, flashes for MSL to get him out and behind the blue box. Madden doesn't seem aware that a player could have gotten by. And that will lead AZ to find the man advantage here for North. Now, I think he's a very good talking point for this North squad. AZ's form as of late has felt like he's kind of hit like a pretty like consistent fashion in the server, right? Like it used to be that AZ would come in and he'd either drop 30 or he'd drop like 14. And those were the kind of
big difference.
Yeah, right. And that was the kind of guy you had. But I think that was pretty typical for the whole North squad at one point in time, right? Where it felt like you'd get 2 of the 3 or 4 necessary players showing up in a matchup. AZ, though, his kind of consistency has looked great as of late for North. So let's see. I mean, already coming into this series looking hot, right? He's currently the only man to have even found kills on the North squad. And North now grouping up outside of the B-bomb site. Missed smoke from Crystal in that moment of panic. And now they try and get out. The flash has held them back, but only for a brief moment. MSL dealing with Crystal. And now Zen over here in the window. Flash goes over. That's the only flash that Godsent had, and it does get Zen into the site. It's a bit awkward, though, because he is trapped here. However, North have kind of grinded to a halt. These smokes are holding them back. Thankfully, they do deal with Zen, and they finish off Makalele shortly afterwards. 2 for Kyobi, 2 for MSL. And a first round on the board for North.
Yeah, really nice call from North there. What they do is they take that long control. They get an early pick, right? AZ gets behind the dumpster off at the back of Spawn, and Godsent don't realize. He takes down Madden, and then what Godsent do is they try and turtle. They try and fall back into the A site. They think North are going for, you know, the Na'Vi, Kato, Dust2, where they just take long and sit there and pit and wait for a pick to come their way. And Godsent kind of tuck into A. North leave long. They go all the way back through Spawn, and they know that Godsent are going to be triple stacked A after they found that kill. So all it's down to is Crystal, who whiffs his smoke, and after that, there's nothing that Godsent can do.
Well, I mean, they do get Zen inside of the site, right? They wait, they flash him in. Now, the other side of it is that North just kind of stop. They really do hold just outside of the choke point. That could have caught up with them, but ultimately it didn't. And I guess they can thank their stars for that one, because either way, we find ourselves in another round.
Yeah, and a round where Godsent aren't armed to the teeth, right? A couple of rifles in play, but we've got an MP9, we've got a scout. It's, you know, not perfect, and that's good for North. Looking to break this money nice and early on. This round would do it, but Madden playing close in the smoke. He's going to be met with a bit of a fade, and luckily enough, Kiebi's fallen back. North are taking aggressive cat control right now, and Michael Elliott on the scout has got to hold his own.
Yep, now would be the time to do just that. Stico ringing out from Goose. They're going to back off. Look, they get all the way to elbow, and then they just tuck tail and leave, which is North. Looks like they're going to have to apply some pressure here in middle. Some of the only form of resistance has come out of A thus far. Zen waiting just on the other side of this spawn smoke, and here come 3 players from North barreling up towards this B site. They're going to run right into it from Asa Crystal, and Zen will eventually chime in there, taking down Cage and B. So another round for Godsent. And I just can't believe you picked North, Harry. I just can't. Ultimately, I can't believe it.
Yeah, Harry, why would you pick North?
Yeah, man, why would they do that thing?
Yeah, in the series
that's very low of me. How could I have discounted Godsent and the legends in the server, right? Like, I definitely did. Yeah. No, this is looking good from the Godsent side. 3-1 up. I've also just seen that Mr. Dick Stacy,
Richard himself,
is giving away some of his stickers from the Katowice Major over at his Twitter. Just figured I'd shout that out, because everyone might want some Dick stickers in their life. AZ down here towards the tunnels, and the rest of the gang all alongside him. Gade gonna catch the timing there onto Zen as he's trying to parkour his way up onto the boxes. Oh,
this is a cool triple boost.
Here.
Yeah, you like lean into the box, you can see onto the barrels.
Crystal.
I've seen it with an AWP, and it's really good because you can just one-shot, but AZ shows us why. Maybe a Deeg isn't the best play. Gets a shot, Crystal runs away, and now Godsent have the info that North have 3 in tunnels, so that's why they're bailing. I like this though. I'm a fan of like not necessarily drawing out rounds you're not going to win, but really overcomplicating things to try and like get in the head of Godsent. They've been doing it since their first round, right? With that long take and then the walk on B. You know, it can seem a bit convoluted, but it can also work pretty well. Not in this case though. SMG and the rifle crossfire will mow it down with ease. Stico with 3, but it's still not the end of the world. Only an eco for North, and they come back in with guns. But Godsent at least controlling the CT side, right? Off the back of that bonus round, or lower by, I guess. They don't let North catch up and get in control of this T side early on. And North picked T side. Remember, this is Godsent's map pick here, so North would have had the choice on half, and they're going to need to get a few more rounds on the board here. The AWP is out, and that could be the change. Oh my.
Well, maybe not.
Forget it.
Makalele get a best MSL with the scout down through the mid doors. That is devastating. And oh, he even gets the tag on Oazy. Makalele doesn't even see the lower tunnels players, and he's done damage to them. This scout has already had a great return on investment, even if he doesn't find anything else with it. Stico over here at the long doors, ready to go toe-to-toe with Kiebi. Oh.
Careful, careful.
Watch out, Makalele. He's deleted the mid doors texture. And now they're going to group up outside of long on the north side. They do get this bomb over towards Catwalk, but Since has actually retreated. It looks like they might just commit 3 players out here towards long, perhaps with a late lurk from Cajun over here towards the Catwalk. But the majority of the force here from the north side gonna have to try and contend for these long doors. And to do that, you gotta get past Stico and Makalele. And that is a real problem because he's not missing with this scout. This is where Cajun B has to deliver a hell of a lot from this short flank. You can see Gade was waiting for Cajun to make contact, that he does, but he goes down immediately, and there's the trade found. He does get Makalele, but Madden comes in, gets a 5th round on the board for Godsent, and this has looked really, really clean thus far from the Godsent side.
Yeah, you know, you often see a lot of teams on Dust2's T side just play off of spawn and play very fast rounds, at least in the early stages, right? Because, you know, that's what favors you. You can beat CTs on timings to long, you know, for B peaks towards mid. and North are playing this very slow. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but what they're doing is they're letting Godsent take long, and every time Godsent are tucking a player behind this door and North aren't clearing it, you can spam that position. There's easy Molotovs you can line up, simple to throw, and North keep coming through long and getting crossfired from the corner and a player behind the door. If they want to go for a late long take again, they need to be aware of that possibility, because they had loads of utility and didn't make use of any of it really, other than a flashbang that didn't work. So again, Godsent are playing close to the doors, and they still have a long support player with the AWP. So North, it's pretty simple setups here they need to stay aware of. In this round, it's only utility and pistols, a bit of a mid to B smoke. North won't act off the back of it, but they will come in late to the party. Smoke's on both sides, and luckily they just missed the timing. Madden's gotten up into scaffolding.
A little bit of a TK there, I do believe. It's AZ down to 60, and meanwhile, Maiden just cleaning him up outside of the B site.
Wow.
Makes it look stupid easy. Crystal and Zen mop up the rest. No cleaning crew necessary. 6-1. North currently getting dragged.
Yeah, by their hair.
Whoa.
Not feeling nice. Through the mud behind a truck. It looks that way, Trace. 6-1 up, right? You're making a face at me, but the reality is here.
I'm not making any faces. The only thing I want to say is it's a tactical timeout. And, you know, North are probably saying, well, guys, what the heck's going on? We just started the game. I didn't know we started this, you know, kind of 6-1 down. I don't really know how that happened.
Sometimes games start like that, Tracy. You don't realize until you're 10 rounds in, you're like, oh, guys, we're losing this. We should probably try.
Check out losing, though. That seems to be a trend around the league. Currently, Mouse Sports down 4-0 to Contact Gaming,
Mouse
featuring
Sports.
Esperanto, Otto, Emmy, Ships, and Lutney.
Well, don't worry.
Don't
Copenhagen Flames are about to go 3-3 versus the G2
What is going on around
side
here?
as well.
It's time to stop.
Mouse Sports are 0-2 in Group B. That's the same group that we're in right now, and they have lost, both their games, and right now are losing their third. Like, that's not good. Mouse Sports were really, really good in Pro League. They get to the finals, and then they just balls it up in the road to Rio. They've still obviously got plenty of chances, but right now it's not the best of starts. However, it is from Michael once again.
We were bigging MSL up heading into this series.
You were bigging MSL up.
Well, I have to fact check that one, Trace.
Yeah,
but
okay, we'll check it out.
yeah, Makalele's been besting him time and time again down here through middle. We turned off the X-ray in this round, and hopefully this should highlight just how fast and kind of like insane some of the reads and reaction speeds are from the Godsent and North side. So let's see how this heats up, right? We're going to see it how they see it. Madden down here in CT spawn. Makalele Molotov'd off. North now starting to creep up through the catwalk. Madden, not to know this, hasn't seen anyone yet. Makalele finally makes that first contact, but does get dealt with. He's delivered a double, and now it's down to the rest of Godsent to try and finish the job. The utility is perfect. It nades out AZ. It forces Cajun to take a peek from the catwalk because he wasn't able to cross thanks to that Molotov. And now Kierby all alone. No idea where these players are. He's trying to play around this smoke, but Zen just catches him from CT. Godsent going to grab the defuse, and a 7th round now on the board for this squad. North no closer to getting around on the board. Sure, they get a bomb plant there, but their site was given to them by Godsent. And I was wondering how Makalele got this kill, because MSL was looking down mid, and we had the X-ray off, right? And I didn't see anything from MSL's POV. So that one's going to hurt. Makalele besting him once again on this mid duel, and that can't feel nice if you're North. It's not often that you see the CTs, consistently taking that fight into T-spawn, and Makalele's done this twice now in this half already.
Yeah, I mean, really, really good stuff, Godsent. I'm sure they got a pool of things to fall back on the CT side, and they've not had to use much of it. North have been feeding the beast. They will be doing again on long. Zen with a double, with a flash from Stiko finding 2. Bit of a missed cat smoke from North. Coming in from the top of middle, thrown on the fly, but not the end of the world. They're still going to walk right out mid here. MSL and Gade have utility, but look at the crossfire. When we've seen this in the past, Zen pushed through the smoke in CT. This time it's Stiko. The Crystals make contact. It's a good time to go forward, and Stiko does that too. Make it 3. Just runs in through and gets North with their back turned. Both times North have set up for that mid to B. They've turned away from the CT smoke right as Godsent come through. Timing not being the best for North here, and the game not either. 8-1 down. I was crediting North with their strong start here in the road to Rio, right? We look at their matches that they played already, and North have beat Mouse Sports 2-0. And FaZe, they lost 2 and 1, but they at least took a map in that series and against a very feisty-looking FaZe. Well, right now, Godsent are running the board.
Yeah, so for North, it's looking like it might just come back down to one of these A splits, right? With Long and Cat Control looking to be attempted. But whenever they've tried this in the past, it hasn't really worked out. They're going to be very, very paranoid as well about this left-hand side of the long doors, because twice now when they've attempted this, right, they've been dealt with by a player there. So this reposition from Crystal is great. He actually just re-smokes the long doors as well. That's going to buy Godsent even more time. And that's actually sent North away, because all they've seen is 2 smokes go down in the long doors, right? So you kind of understand them hesitating on committing to this push, and that might be the right decision to make. They back away. They instead fixate over here towards mid and now duck down into the lower tunnels. So they've changed their mind into this B play.
Yeah, it's the only round they've won so far, which was a B play, and the Godsent have realized it. They've re-aggressed on Catwalk. You know, Kiebi's trying to hold Stiko, or push him back rather, but, you know, Godsent have realized this one. They know the mid to B's coming, and they've already grouped up in CT. Madden is there to stop any shenanigans, and Michael Ellie is causing his own on the B bomb site. Quick AWP kill. He's lost Zen, though. The Molotov goes down. Kiebi cuts off a rotate, and Gate gets another entry. The AWP is dropped from the back of the B site, and it's up to retaking players here for Godsent. Definitely go for this round. You have a huge lead, and Madden is feeling it, walking through the smoke, trying to stop the plant. MSL spraying, just about gets that kill. Same with Crystal in middle, going for 1, but he's left on 12 points of health in a clutch.
Yeah, this is a very, very hard round for Crystal. 1 shot away from certain death, and it's not so much even MSL who poses the danger, right? Even if he misses, as Crystal looks to barrel in, he would get shut down by Cajun B. And he's just looking to do damage here, perhaps. This bomb already ticked down very, very low, but if he can find these players as they try and leave the site...
Oh, timing
on that, man.
Classic.
Happens to the best of us. Crystal, a bit unfortunate, and a second round on the board for North, and once again, it's that B site to give them the results. I think one thing we've got to give some credit to is Makalele looking very, very dynamic on this AWP, right? Yeah. Constantly keeping North guessing. We've seen him over towards mid. We've seen him then rotate from mid to Catwalk. That round, he's at B. Seeming like he's got a great read on the game, right, as to where he needs to be and at what timings to find these picks.
Knowing when to send that AWP B is like the most important part, right? Like knowing when North have at least, you know, exhausted all of their A opportunities, and they're going to go back into just a standard B take. And even though North set up A early, and you might want to rotate with the AWP to try and stop them because you can't retake, Michael Ellie still holds his position at B. So very aware of the fact that North can double back. And well, they do.
And also on top of that, it's Makalele that has MSL's number so far. I mean, this isn't something that MSL showed up in spades to defend off either. But as that storyline progresses, we're also going to take a look at what North are doing here on long. Stiko not able to get a visual onto Gate, and that's going to cost him his life. Makalele now just up here in the front of it with Maiden.
Oh.
Long cross is going to come in with relative ease. A nice shot there from Lele. 2v3. Makalele and Crystal looking to stop a bomb plant here on the A site so far.
Look at Kiebi.
This flank from Kiebi could do it all, and in fact, it has done it all. Oh, Makalele's dancing, he's dancing, and Daisy. It does take 2 to tango. There he is up in the bomb site to deal with him. North putting a 3rd round up on the board, and now starting to stumble back to their feet here towards the end of this first half. A tactical timeout called in for the Godsent side. Devilwalk probably going to be getting very involved in this time.
Yeah, definitely going to be a buy for Godsent, right? Like, you don't want to let North back into this game. They found 2 rounds in a row. This is certainly where North could recover and realistically go 8-7. Like, they definitely have that in them. So Godsent need to remain aware and, well, best case scenario, win this rifle round and just break the North money right back. So if it's not that, and Godsent do lose this follow-up, North will be putting them on eco, and that's when North can significantly build into this half, likely get 6 rounds minimum. So North are in an all right position, given the slow start of this game, the nature of that. Michael Ele, he's had nothing but a fast start. 4-0 in opening duels, 3 multi-kill rounds. and firing off on this AWP, looking for that a little bit more again.
That's great to see because, you know, while like this Godsent squad have been looking good, I feel like we've yet to see a series where it's like Makalele just popping off constantly, consistently winning these openers. And that's what we've got to... there we go. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Makalele shuts down AZ in this round. However, it's only the 1 kill for Makalele this time, and they do get the remaining 3 players out here towards short side. Now, Godsent aren't to know this just yet. Makalele only saw 1. MSL, a missed shot there has almost cost him his life. He goes back in for more. But whether or not he's ready for 3 players for Godsent at long, after already finding a kill on A, you know, it's not too uncommon to have like 2 players here at this point in time. Will he be ready for all of them? Madden just beats him with the M4A1 straight up. Kierby trying to deliver it all, and he's onto a 3rd before he's shut out of the round. Now Cajun B has to be the man to lock it in. The bomb is planted for Catwalk, but there are smokes available for Godsent. Cajun through the smoke. Oh, he taps them both down, and he puts a 4th on the board for North. 2 for Cajun, 3 for Kierby. And a big round to pick up in the grand scheme of things, because Hugo, as you were touching upon in just a round ago, right, this is the one that sends Godsent's economies down into the doldrums. And suddenly, you know, if you're North, you can very much recover this half in a big way on the back of it.
In that 2-on-1, Godsent had 2 smokes, and it was a cat plant. They threw them both on the site. I would have loved to see Godsent smoke Catwalk, right? Not that they necessarily knew Cajun was there, but that's the most common position for the post plant. That's the most dangerous one you got to worry about. So, yeah, I mean, Godsent, they definitely could have won that round by just smoking him off and smoking the bomb. 1 player covering, and I don't see a way you lose that unless you completely whiff your shot. And, well, right now, Godsent haven't been doing a lot of whiffing, but they will fall in that 2-on-1, giving North the control of the economy and the pace of the game once again. So where did North go with this? Back to lower, up, Catwalk. Madden is close. He's been so good this game. Like I said, beating AWPs with rifles in a lot of these rounds. But right now, it's the AWP, sorry, winning the battle, dropping Makalele up on Catwalk. Stiko's still here, tagged up from earlier, and MSL was waiting for that repeak. It's going to be North with a 5-on-2. This should be a quick deal done by North. They are not messing around.
Yeah, so the thing that gets a bit scary now is that, and you can feel it, right? Like, you can feel that North is starting to find their footing, you know, like the shots that have been previously missing and the kind of like inconsistencies that we've seen feel like they're starting to go away. And the fact that they find this round so cleanly is pretty telling of that, right? They don't even give a kill over to these little nasty pistols on the Godsent side. Reinvestment back in from Godsent, but you will note that it's going to come with its limitations in that it's missing the AWP on Makalele. You think about the impact he's been finding with it. 5-1 in opening duels, and now he's relegated down to the AUG. Does still have the scope for the longer ranges, but certainly, you know, not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with MSL on that AWP in the same way. AUG is no Krieg. And even now, the Krieg is terrible.
That's probably a good thing, yeah, for the AUG.
Oh, yeah, 100%. We've seen the AUG, you know, start to get purchased up a little bit more. We saw a lot of it in the South American division. Yeah, they were using it a lot there, right? Deco especially was a real force to be reckoned with that weapon.
If we check Makalele's angle, I think it's a cool one because you see where he's holding. He can actually see the feet of his opponents at the bottom of his scope before they can see him at all. So he gets like that little bit of information. He doesn't need to aim for the feet, but he knows they're going to swing into him. So he has that, if anything, like a warning system in place by holding that position in CT. It's a good angle. We'll see if it provides anything here as North set up with smokes on the left side, 1 more coming on the right. I imagine a third will follow because they've only smoked the top of CT there, not necessarily the bottom, but it's coming in, and Zen's going to get pushed back.
All part of the plan. Makalele, though, he's got better plans. He said, you know what, you guys can walk right into my AUG. Meanwhile, Stiko has pushed top middle from long. That's going to create a big problem. North have only 1 option, and that's to go into B, and guess where Godsent are heading. They've got their luggage packed. They are heading over to this B site.
Stolen.
And this AUG has caused quite a tremendous problem for the side of North. Last round of the half, though. And Godsent are sitting probably right about where they want to be.
Yeah, Makalele, he don't need that AWP. He's going to go for it. But 4 kills of the AUG, ace stolen by Crystal at the back of Plat. That's a damn good round if you ask me. And North, you know, it's still recoverable half. 6 rounds is fine. I don't think they'll be too happy with 5, but considering it's Godsent's map pick, they've certainly got some tricks up their sleeve. However, that will continue on the T side, and that's the worry here for North. But Right now, just forget about it. Push forward with ease. Cajun is out the long doors, but that smoke is a bit of a gap. It might be tempting, but Godsent would definitely be favored if he swung that corner. So not the best decision, and he'll hold off.
And so will North.
Ooh.
I'm just going to wait right here. Stiko with a push. K or B, though, real close. So this is not going to be pretty for Stiko as he walks right by him. Oh, there we go. Those are the ones that really make you go, ah!
Ooh.
Oh, this is not Madden. Just
how does that go?
Back and deals with AZ. No idea how he's able to get that second shot off. North, they thought that, like, all right, well, they're fighting Kierby at short. He's really disrupted the game plan. This is our chance to get in. But no, they get down, and it's Godsent 10-5 at the end of that first half. Godsent looking real good here on the realms of Dust2. And North, they got off to a bit of a slow start, only finding their footing and putting 4 rounds in a row up towards the end of that first half. So can North claw it back moving into the second, or is this going to be Godsent's map pick going their way? Join us after a quick break to find out. Don't go anywhere.
Never thought you would sit next to me. I don't understand. It's just never seen you Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the bread. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother. Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm. Far from calm, I know you feel me, brother.
Well, here we go. We're just about off to the races with a pistol round. Godsent taking on North over here on our stream, the A stream, with what you might consider the A team. Now, I don't know if I'd necessarily venture that far with it, but I do have Harry and Hugo with me, and we're ready to talk a little Counter-Strike as we move forward. And of course, to do that, we are not alone. There's plenty of Counter-Strike going on today, and some of the faces featured around the league are going to consist of Dean, Mitchman, Bled, Dinko. We even have a little Tom Biz, Jason Kaplan, Eternal J. Any of these names ring a bell, Harry, Hugo?
A couple of them, you know. Been around the block.
I like that Blair guy.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's pretty cool.
Not a huge fan of Tom, you know. I mean, he's okay on a good day.
And that's the guy that Twitch chat voted for. Let me remind you, the guy that
Toxicity,
you've been
unacceptable.
backing. Now, we all like a bit of BM in the server. We haven't had any of that today, but maybe we will. Makalele is topping the charts for Godsent right now, and I think that's a real good talking point here as we look into the second half of Dust, right? He has been instrumental at finding the openers with that AWP in these rounds, and even in the rounds where he hasn't had the AWP, like when he had the AWP, he was able to mow down 4 and make some magic happen. Makalele is having a very good day of Counter-Strike. And coming in just behind him is Madden, a hot topic in this Godsent squad. He's looking really comfortable here in the realms of Dust. Him and Makalele putting up a driving force here for Godsent. And you can see 11 sniper kills, 4 sniper purchases for Makalele. They've really been prioritizing putting that AWP in his hands, and with good reason. The results are visible here for the Godsent side. Dust2, a map that can be dominated by a strong AWPing presence. And so the fact that we've got that very much so on the Godsent side looks good for them heading into this second half. And sadly, the same can't be said for North here over on the back of MSL. It feels like he's been struggling to begin this one, getting outdone by Makalele in the majority of these rounds.
A lot of the time, just like holding T-spawn to CT with the AWP and dying to someone you can't even see. Like, you know, it's rough. You often, you know, hold your own as a T-AWPer, but not able to down mid.
Well, let's talk about holding your own, Hugo. I think you really do bring up a great point here. G2 versus the Copenhagen Flames going down on Inferno. That's ESL_CSGO B. Now, as you can tell, the Copenhagen Flames beating up on the Frenchmen. And, of course, not just French, but you know what I'm saying. They're not having a good go at it. 9-4 currently, and what will be the last round of the half here in just a little bit. And, of course, if we look over on the Copenhagen Flame side, it's Queenix. He's sitting at 15-6 with 112 ADR. This guy, well, he's having a go at it. Said who's Kenny who? Kenny WH Omega Lol. Anyway, that's the stream of B. So if you want to check that out, feel free.
Is there another stream, Trace? I feel like there's surely more Counter-Strike today going on.
You know, there might be. Now, the last time we checked in on the other stream, that other stream being the C stream, it would appear as though we had a little bit of Mouse Sports taking out Contact Gaming. Now, as you can tell, Contact Gaming got off to an early lead. They actually secured 5 rounds in a row. So these 3 rounds have come in succession here for Mouse Sports. And over on Inferno, the pick of Contact, perhaps they can continue to put up a fight. We are ready to jump back into it. Our freeze time has come to a close. And this is the ESL1 Road to Rio, in case you have no idea what's going on. But, yeah, also I love Kenny S. He's the homie. Shout out. One love.
He's shooting dead bodies on the other screen behind us. He just did that for about 20 seconds. Multiple mags being used now by Kenny. Respect that. And we're into the action, though. It's Godsent North. Let's have some sound effects from Harry and Trace. You know, you can...
I haven't made any sound effects.
You can do T. Harry can do CT.
Oh, they've turned them back on.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Damn, I was really looking forward to it as well, but oh, well.
We've got this boost in lower for Cat. Madden is going to be a threat. He is 18-6 with 3.0 KD. Quite the performance. And he's armed with a P250 and that Kevlar. So double damage as he climbs up the catwalk. We still have players outside, long players in the tunnels. So right now, Godsent are spreading out, looking for a bit of a default. They can drop wherever they want. They can take Cat, or they can just go into a mid to B. 2 smokes, 2 flashes. The world is their oyster.
Oyster.
I prefer clams myself.
You guys ever had oysters?
Yeah, dude. Pretty nice in a bucket.
Oh,
I figured, like,
shucks. I haven't.
Nice,
that makes
Harry.
sense, right?
Nice. Yeah, that does make sense. I just figured we could go out for oysters afterwards. You know, it's an aphrodisiac, so I figured, like, maybe you guys want to go hang out and eat oysters.
I'm sorry, Trace. I'm flattered, but I'm just not interested, man.
Okay, well, whatever. Let's get into a pistol round then. You flattered about seeing what goes on in the cat.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
that
look,
works.
we have the X-ray off, right? So we can see how North is set up over here. We just noted that MSL was down towards CT. Cajun's going to be holding for this cross. And sneaking around the back of the smoke, our Godsent opens up this cat side plant. AZ gets tagged as well on his rotation down through CT, and that is by a flanking player going by the name of Zen. Madden shutting down Kierby, but the trades go left and right. Gade has been dispatched, the best detective on the case, but oh no! he's not exactly cracked the case, as so much has been cracked open himself. And now Cajun alone in this 1-on-3. Made quick work of by Makalele. Godsent finding the pistol. 11-5 as they continue to storm ahead in this matchup. North going to come in with a force buy in this round. AZ and MSL both going to be donning scouts. Vegan armor for the rest of the gang. Now, we've seen these scouts looking pretty powerful. We got to speak to Device yesterday, and he said that he believes in general the scout is a really quite overpowered gun for how much you pay for it, and that not enough teams maybe utilize that. So we saw them with triple scout buys coming out in their force. Makalele, though, his scout is real good.
Okay.
And he's almost dealt with both players in mid. If I'm North, I am terrified of peeking this. Don't go back, AZ, please.
They couldn't win it on T-side, and T-side's where it's quote-unquote easiest. So, like, yeah, taking it on CT side, you're asking to die at this point if you're North.
Oh, AZ,
they really
away.
are, yeah.
Stay away, man. It's not worth it. There are some fights that you just don't pick, and this is one of them. AZ's brought it down to 6 points of health. There is a smoke down on the Xbox, and that conceals Kirby's movements as he goes aggressive here to clear out mid.
What are Godsent doing? I thought they were going to hit B. It would be the perfect time, right? Like, obviously, they could be scared of a stack from North, but they've done so much damage on the cross that they know that there's going to be tagged players on that B-bomb site. So, going back to spawn, Kirby thinks he's cleared it, and now North begin to stack B, but Kirby's about to realize that is not the case, that is not the play, and he tucks in, he hears the footsteps, they're going to check it, surely. Oh, they just turn. Kirby, masterful, but no! Crystal checks it in the last second, and Godsent going to go back towards this A site. North maybe here with rotations, but they barely got health.
Oh, hell of a shot from AZ. That's 6 points of health, not enough to deter him. However, the trades from Zen come in at the catwalk. Gade is cut down in CT, and Godsent 12-5. No money for North. And so it will just be an eco here in this round. The dominance that is Makalele continues. Madden as well, reaching 20 kills in the server. Everyone stepping up on the Godsent side. And the only guy who's like even comparable on the scoreboard to North is Crystal, the man in dead last for Godsent.
It's a weird timeline, isn't it? Oh, looks like a full commitment to this mid here for North. They need an answer. Now would probably be the time to do it. Big grenade, though. A lot of damage from Crystal. Now he's going to get the spray down. Just kidding. Gate is going to be a little bit quicker on the trigger. And that's going to still create a little bit of a problem here for North. They have no headway in this round, and a round that pretty much ended as soon as it started. Now, I wanted to say that, you know, I think X-Ray's cool. And when I'm playing with X-Ray on. So.
Wow. That's really, Trace? Is that you admitting? Chase?
Really, Chase?
Really, Chase?
Really, Chase? I prefer Vincent Chase is my name, but
okay.
I'm Chase.
Chase Stanislav.
I would love it, man. That should be your name, Chase. That might be a new thing.
Let me just go change my name for you guys.
Chasing the boys, yeah.
Chasing the boys. Well,
it's like
Trace loves chasing boys, but we'll move past that as North get into a rifle round on the CT side. They have got the AWP as well. We've been waiting for it, and it's up on the catwalk in the hands of MSL. So, positive changes here for the Danish side of things, but will they result in rounds? Because if they don't, Godsent are just 3 from closing out this first map.
Oh no. Gade, okay, no, yeah, they throw the molly into the deep left cubby. He's safe for the time being. Are they going to discover him? Crystal, first man in, and the first man to fall for Godsent. Now, in amongst all of this, the guys down in mid try and make some headway, and they also take heads away in the process. 3-on-3, thanks to Madden delivering a double down in the depths of CT. AZ now starting to rotate out towards the window, and he spots that mid is now clear. Kirby just taking this long aggression, beats Zen to the angle, and now knows that this A play is looking to come through from Godsent. But to do all that, he's had to give up the bomb site. However, North, they don't really mind. You know, they're 3-on-2. Kirby's not in any immediate danger from these players at the A site, and so now they can slow down and just wait. Not necessarily wait, but right, like group up, play the timing on this one. It forces Godsent to try and take these fights, to try and turn it in their favor. Makalele, come on, man. He's looked so damn good. Let's get it. There's one. Oh, but not able to deal with AZ. Gets it so close. Makalele got me believing the moment he got that kill onto Kirby.
Yeah, I wonder if Seiko's drop was on purpose, right? Like maybe waiting for or expecting a cat retake from North, but he falls into CT and there's 2 players there, like just delivering himself into the lion's den. I like the idea, you know, obviously if it's clear, it's the last thing North are going to expect there, but Yeah, it wasn't clear. So North, get rid of him, leave Michaelele in a very difficult spot, and Buddy gets 2, not the 3rd. That's easy, saving the day, saving the game for North, really. That's keeping them in this map, because without it, Godsent likely just going to close things out. So North, how many rounds can they build? Will it be put to an end, or will they be able to realistically manage this comeback? Those are the questions we have in our minds right now.
Man, able to get by. Man, AZ, no idea what's actually going on in middle. He tried to spot it, but with all the utility going down and no control here, knowing that AWPs are out on the Godsent side, and considering how much of a tear Makelele's been on, AZ really doesn't want to chance this mid peak. And so he is just holding passively from over towards the B side. You'll see him getting like a little bit curious now, and there is definitely a timing he could find where he would get the information that mid looks clear. That's not really going to play into this round. It's the fast catwalk play for Godsent. They dive players down into CT, and MSL is completely blindsided by that. But Kjaerbye goes unchecked, and he's able to deliver 2. Oh, maybe 3. Make it 3, make it 4. As Kjaerbye lights up the A bomb site. Stiko now in a 1-on-3, turned 1-on-2 thanks to that trade onto Kjaerbye. But a lot of work still to do, and it's AZ and Gade on the other side. This is not an easy feat by any stretch of the imagination. Stiko, can he manage it? No, he walks in to the layered crossfire of Gade and AZ, and North, a 7th round on the board, thanks to this hero play from Kjaerbye.
The last
gotta check this boost.
2 bullets.
It's the aim still, though. It's just so bizarre to me to watch.
Yeah.
But he gets 4 kills out of it. You know what? Some people can pull off wearing things, and Kjaerbye could pull off that crosshair placement and that aiming style, so good for him. 13-7, North looking to mount a comeback here on their CT side, a woeful T side. And that round is a good place to start.
Ooh, it's a B rush, baby. We've got MAC-10s in play. Bit of a mow down. Gade gets 1 before the shot comes through. They push a Molotov. No fear for Godsent. But honestly, if you're pushing mollies and you're trading 1 for 1, that's a really good spot to be in, because you've got the B bomb site. AZ does get 1 in the meantime, but Crystal is pushed through the doors, and even just a bit of noise made by AZ could spell his demise. Crystal backs up as a resmoke comes in, and Godsent still have the numbers to hold on here. Gun on Zen, now removed as AZ finds him through the door smoke. That's ridiculous. Crystal's had to retrieve that weapon, and Michaelele is on a glass cannon. Things are getting topsy-turvy for Godsent.
Yeah, it's getting strange here. Crystal real close to the source, but AZ, nice shot, and even cooler looking defuse. So 8 rounds for North. They're still in this fight. But G2 are not. I'm looking over here at the stream of B right now. Copenhagen Flames up 12-5. What in tarnation is going on here?
It's upset city here at the Roteria Trace. We've had our fair share of things. Mouseboard's still losing out to contact. They're actually still in that same very pause that we noticed many rounds ago. So,
yikes.
You know, whoever's casting that, who is still in game, I feel very sorry for. Nothing like a 20-minute fill.
Just wait. One of the guys from Contact, he's just quickly nipped to the shops. But this will be resuming any moment now. Oh, a trade left and right down through mid. Makelele tries to run the gauntlet, and tries being the operative word. Doesn't do too good a job. Does get shut down.
Who are we pouring one out for, Trace?
We're pouring one out. Maybe pour a little bit of Mountain Dew game fuel out for Bled and Dinko.
Oh,
poor fellas.
Bled, Dinko.
New Phil City.
It's the nice two as well.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Getting ahead of yourself.
Sounds like
there.
a personal opinion of course, Harry Russell now.
He does not represent any of us, nor his employers.
Or even really the sponsors now that I think about it.
Or himself at the best of times.
But these seem to be the worst of times, at least in this round.
Oh, my.
Stiko is going to go ahead and put AZ away, which is going to leave Kjaerbye in a 1 versus 4. No bomb plant just yet, and a minute left on the clock. That should be planted momentarily within this A site. And losing the duel straight up, Zen's going to find his head. So we have another round for Godsent, just 2 away from picking up their map pick.
Yeah, and that's a crucial round, right? Because even though North take the last one with enough players surviving towards that B site retake, you know, they had 4 alive, and Godsent, they instantly went around and they break North up against 14. This is the worst, you know, being against 14 when you have this kind of money is the worst for North because, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to play for OT, but you also don't want to force, you know, and have nothing. And, well, it is the best of a bad situation. So a couple of guns out for North and doing what they can.
And the good news for Blandinko is it would look like freeze time is coming to an end over there on the C stream. So all of that delay just so that, of course, the script writers could finish writing the script, and then ultimately they could figure out who actually wins this at the end of the day.
Who does win it, Trace? You've read the script. You've gone through the briefings.
Surely there was some narrative problems because Contact's up 5-3 over Mousesports. So
no, we need like a redemption story arc for Carrigan and the boys. That's like the angle we're going for this season.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Does
Down
make
from
sense.
O2 to top of the group. Yeah, we've been there as well. Ooh, Zen, he delays the shot after being flashed out. Always a bit of a risk, but doesn't matter as no one gets punished. Michael Early gets his ult back, most of all. And that is definitely where you want it to be with how well he's been performing in this map as well. Still holding top, or second top of his team, rather, Madden with 9 multi-kills in number 1.
Do love a little bit of that door smoke there. Just right up on that pixel, right up on the hinge of the door even. It's going to allow some movement here, or some freedom of movement rather, for the Godsent side. Makalele's able to post up on Cat. He's not alone. Maiden's going to help him. For the time being, mid doors is uncontested. Looking towards long is Stiko, only with a scout. He's got 2 players north just entrenched on the other side in the form of KJB and MSL. So an all-out standstill as we just passed that minute mark on the clock. It looks like they're going to work their way up Cat. Now, KRB finds himself waiting in tow right here towards the ramp. He's going to get extra close now, knowing that they can manipulate this smoke and get around it. He's not good for the shot, though. And this defensive A is starting to crumble. MSL's on the case now to try to help. Flash is coming in, keeping them at bay. And Zen hitting a great shot on MSL, creating quite a problem here. 3-on-4. North looking to regain this site. Gade and AZ just might do it. Makalele and Stiko, the only ones here to try to get this bomb back and ultimately get it planted, but there's just no time. 14 seconds left on the clock. Now down to a 1v2. And if they don't get this bomb plant, it's going to create a big problem. All Cajun has to do is stop the bomb plant, stay alive. They know where Cajun is.
Oh, they
this
fake
is going to be an even more awkward situation. Can they find the kill? No, they will not. This is going to prove to be a fatal error. And Godsent have created a big oopsie for themselves.
Michael Early faked it, man. He faked it. He thought Cajun was coming for the kill. Cajun was coming for the bomb. He wasn't. He was hiding. He was playing the time.
He actually started plotting it again, and I think he had time even the second time. And then
Cajun jumps up, and then he sees they're not on it, and he's like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Bye.
Cajun gets down, and then at that point, Makalele stands back up, and it's no.
Yeah, like that was such a weird round as well. North throw a grenade from CT, and it blows up Crystal. But as it comes over, Zen sees it and he thinks it's a flash and he turns. And as he turns, someone peeks ramp side and kills him. So such a messy round. And North are going to take it, but they won't take much more. They'll just take a beating. Crystal's holding on to B as well after that long engagement. And, well, Gade feels the need to turn the tide of battle. Instead, his tides get turned upside down. AZ alone in an undoable clutch.
Yeah, very chaotic, very back and forth stuff there in the round prior. But now AZ's going to test the flat earth theory as he puts his face right on the ground. And that's going to be that. We're going to see Godsent move up to map point, not quite series point. Vertigo next in the cards. We're going to see what North has to offer on that. But this is a damn good look from Godsent. And anybody who didn't pick them in their predictions, well, I'm not really entirely sure what they were thinking.
I feel like, you know, we can put it out there now with Rush and his predictions and you know, the manner in which.
Let's not ruin it for Rush. He's got a strategy. We don't want the other guys.
Rush has a strategy, and it's working pretty well. It worked throughout EPL. I think he won the predictions there with said, you know, 500
Look,
IQ
man, you
chess.
guys could try and blame it on some hidden system, right? But here's what we know, and that is that only like 15% of a population is smart. That's pretty much the amount of people that voted for me in the Twitch chat.
Clearly
thing.
not. You can't even count.
And
Harry.
I was repping Godsent the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
so there we go, right? We figured out, you know, who are the smart ones, who are just following the crowd.
Do you remember Vertigo's coming up after the break?
And I'm that confident that Godsent have got this one in the bag.
Okay.
No.
Can't wait to hold this against you.
Committed to this so heavily. But nah, man, I got full faith. Godsent have got this. Gade up close with a deagle, trying to get in the face of Godsent, but he does meet his match. Zen able to get that trade onto Gade, and in the meantime, Kierby falls on the catwalk. MSL and Cajun left in a 2-on-4 to try and deny Dust2 going in favor of the Godsent squad. Madden, another kill. He's now up on 30, actually above 30, I'm pretty sure. And Cajun B, all he can do is die. It's going to be Godsent 16-9. They take Dust2 in a storming fashion. Vertigo loaded in the chamber for the